Brothers, sisters, celestial energies, brother wisdom. What's going on, guys? See this device here? That's the noise that you be hearing in the background. It's a device that I created to measure the frequencies and vibrations in my current area. All right, and I know when the frequencies are high because this completely changes sounds. It's made from wood. It's made with wood and copper. Quartz crystals, different level magnets, silver, granite stones, and this is how I got it designed. And right now it's quiet, which means the frequencies and vibrations in this area are high, but sometime it can get really high. And I mean, when I can say get really high, it can get really high, and the higher the frequencies and vibrations is in this area, this boy gets louder. All right, and it lets me know that there's a high level of energy in this area. All right, and that's my creation that I made, and it's been successfully working for the last year or so. I want to talk about this apocalypse that's coming, because many of our people don't understand the magnitude of what's getting ready to take place. All right, many of us don't understand what's getting ready to take place. Many of us don't, like I said, understand the magnitude of the apocalypse. The apocalypse literally means to uncover or to reveal. All right, and what's happening here? What's going to be uncovered? What's going to be revealed? All right, and we're talking about a new life, a new age. I'm watching this one video that was posted on YouTube, and this orc being has all these planets, and he's trying to explain that, we're coming to a new age, and every so many thousand years this happening. I mean, thing about it is there's no such thing as calendars when you deal with Mother Cosmos. There's no calendars, there's no time, there's no days of the week, there's no months of the year. It's total stupidity. I mean, their level of stupidity is like at the number 15, way above number 10. 10 being the worst. It's like 15 beyond worst, literally. So what they were doing, what these orc beings are doing on the videos, they're doing all these videos talking about December 21st, and they don't want to talk about what happened what happened September 21st. And September 21st was a grand awakening of so many of the younger generation of our people. They don't want to talk about September 21st, how so many of our younger people literally awakened overnight. All right? They don't want to talk about the grand awakening. All right? Because that's what happened September 21st, October 21st. We're looking at another awakening, which is the Middle Age beings, the Middle Age people of our people, literally going to be awakening. All right? So you got September 21st, October 21st, November 21st. We're looking at another awakening, which is the older people awakening. And they come December 21st, there's going to be this, humongous shift of energy. And we got to understand the awakening and the energy. All right? We're awakening because this is what's happening is our bodies are going to shift into totally different bodies. These orc beings, let's talk about our bodies. Our bodies are literally electromagnetic bodies. All right. Remember, these are electromagnetic bodies, but this carbon that we're in, what they call melanin, was designed to shift. All right. It was designed to shift the golden. All right. So the golden, remember, gold is the symbol of chaos. All right. Which means that the chaotic energies that's going to be coming to the planet, we're literally made of that energy. Our bodies are made of that energy, so we can easily shift. All right, but what these orc beings was talking about, he was talking about, well, when the shift comes, and you got to make sure that the government's going to tell you not to come outside because it's going to be this green mist out there, and if you have a lot of food in your body, a lot of meat in your body, which is full of iron, you're going to get sick, and you probably, he's going on and on and on and on and on, and this is why so many orc beings think that it's best for them to become vegan, but it's not going to save them. There's no salvation, and he did go into talking about the return of the Christ, which he said it was Nibiru, but you got to understand the return of the Christ is the people. The people are the Christ, the crystal beings. All right, so what's going to happen here? All right, because you got to understand the magnitude of what's getting ready to take place here on our planet. All right, what we have, number one, is we already talked about our sun pushing out massive levels of plasma energy and photon energy. All right, we talk about our sun going into the delta state. They don't want to talk about the delta state of our sun. All right, that's why you see Wages World, and they say the sun is putting out all these corona mass ejections, and it's sending, it's just crazy, and we've never seen this happen. We told them all that our sun was going to be sending out massive delta waves all over the solar system. We told our people, we told everyone that. All right, these orc beings, they don't listen because they think us to be less than them, but then at the same time they need us to teach them. How could that fucking be? I'm bigger than you, but I need you to teach me. That don't even sound halfway right. All right, so the magnitude of what's getting ready to take place is literally flawless. It's flawless. All right. The electromagnetic energy that's on our planet is literally going to be shifted and shaped into a totally different energy. It's going to shift. Our planet is a carbon being as well. All right. So carbon being carbon is a element that can easily shift in chaotic energies. All right. How's a diamond form? How does crystals form? And chaos and heat. The hotter it gets, the more delicate the shape of the crystal becomes. The more intricate it becomes. The more design it has, the more energy it puts out. All right, and that's pure carbon. But the crystal is also made of plasma. All right, so the electromagnetic fields that's on the planet are depleting. Why you think the businesses are going? Because you remember, we talked about the ley lines, and the ley lines were what? Magnetic fields, and they knew about the magnetic fields. And remember, we did the video on ley lines, and I think I'm going to post that video in the information. All right, I'm going to post that video and the information on the ley lines, because remember, the ley lines, the businesses were placed in the areas where heavy levels of magnetism was, and it wasn't demographic. It was all magnetism. All right, so you got to understand that the businesses were placed in places of magnetic fields. So, and the money is what? Electrical. The money is electrical. So this is the electromagnetic energy. The money goes into this. The electricity is drawn to the magnetic field. So you got the money, take it here and spend it. So what's happening? The photon energy that's coming down. The photon energy, the delta waves, and all that's coming down. All right, understand the science of the cosmos, because these orc beings do not understand science whatsoever. This photon energy that's coming down is shifting the planet into a plasma type energy. So the photon energy, we talked about the photon energy depleting the magnetic fields. Children. We talk about the photon energy depleting the magnetic fields. Okay? And this is my next door neighbor children. They playing. Okay? No alert. That's how they play all the time. So the magnetic fields, what's being replaced at the magnetic fields? Plasma energy. So we're seeing all these things in the sky. We're seeing all these things on the ground. What is it? Plasma energy. The plasma energy is literally shifting. So the ley lines are now going to become plasma-based areas, and not magnetic-based areas. These orc beings don't have a system that's based on plasma. So therefore, what happens? Now the magnetism in this whole area, you see whole malls just shut down. Why? Because the magnetism has literally been shifted into plasma energy. Therefore, that magnetic energy that was once in that place is no longer there, and it's full of plasma energy, and plasma energy is more powerful than magnetic energy. All right? So everything is shifting into a higher form of energy. It's a dimensional shift, it's a planetary shift, it's a shift of in the astral realms. Everything is shifting. Everything is shifting. It's a galactic shift, it's a universal shift. We told you that the entire cosmos is getting ready to shift. All right, everything is shifting together. So you got to understand the magnitude of this entire apocalypse, which is the revealing of a new energy. All right, you're uncovering everything that was old. This is the lifting of the veil. The lifting of the veil. When you lift up the veil, all right, and you get to see the ugly. He married the woman, and it's the apocalypse. And now he hears this beautiful voice. He doesn't know what she looks like, and he picks up the veil from her face and say, "God damn, bitch, you ugly. And my daddy actually wants me to marry you." So it's the lifting of the veil to show the true ugly of what we're dealing with, but at the same time to bring it to shift in a new energy, which means now I don't need you, ugly woman. I got somebody here. This is gonna replace the ugly, and it's gonna be replaced with something more beautiful. So this is the thing about it, it's the apocalypse. So we saw, if any of you saw X-Men Apocalypse, all right, X-Men Apocalypse revealed a lot of information, all right, and it showed you all these buildings and all these factories and everything was just being destroyed, all right. And it's like the magnetism that was once holding everything in place was literally depleted, and everything was just going in the air. All right. So what's happening here? The kinetic energy on the planet is shifting into a totally different energy. The kinetic energy is no longer be based on electromagnetic energy. It's going to be based on what? Radon energy. All right. It's going to be radon. It's going to be plasma. It's going to be photon energy as well as orgone energy. All right. And this is going to be a new type of orgone energy. It's going to be orgone energy that's paired up with plasma energy. Okay. So understand the magnitude. And when we talk about the magnitude, we're literally talking about the reshaping of everything that we know. Everything is going to fall. These orc beings, that's why they're trying to change the money and say, well, we're going to make the money digital. It will no longer be physical. It's going to be digital, because they're trying to make everything link up with this new energy that's coming. But the money is still low energy. No matter how you make it, you can make it digital. You can try to make it spiritual if you want to, but it's not. It's not going to amount. It's not going to be equal to the energy that's coming to the planet. All right, because it's still low dimensional. It's a low dimensional energy. All right, so you got to understand the electromagnetic energy that's literally being depleted from the planet, and everything is shifting into a whole new energy, which means that the stuff they spray in the sky, what, is based upon electromagnetic energy, and you see it disappears, and it can't make it cold. Why? Because there's a new energy on the planet, and they don't have any technology to make this go any higher. So what's the first thing they want to do when they realize that they can't shift the energy on the planet, they can't make it cold anymore? First thing they want to do is they want to get off the planet. They've already been searching and searching. So we found a new planet that looks just like this planet here. We find another planet that looks just like this planet here. Find another planet that looks just like this planet here. And they're going to try to get to those planets through portals. All right, because they know they can't go into the cosmos. So this is why they're working on portals. This is why they're still working on CERN. They're working with CERN, trying to get CERN to charge up everything. All right, they're trying to get CERN to open up those gateways so that they can flow, so they can go through those portals. All right, because everything is shifting. All right, no more electromagnetic energy. We're coming into pure photon energy. We're coming into pure plasma energy. Most of the energy here on the planet is going to be plasma energy. It's going to be a plasma-based energy, and it only goes higher and higher and higher and higher. I mean, it goes to elements that we have no idea of, that we once knew in our past lives, but in this current life that we're at now, we've lost so much knowledge of these elements we don't know. But they're elements that we're going to go into much higher than radon, than plasma, than photon energy. It's really, really high. All right. Now they want to talk about one other thing I want to mention was they talk about the killer hornets that are in Orgone, Washington State, parts of California. All right, they say they're killer hornets. All right, understand that what they talking about the killer hornets. These are dragons, and these dragons are breathing plasma fire. These are plasma being dragons. So we're in that realm now. We're literally in the plasma realm, and everything is shifting. So we're literally going to see the businesses fall. We're going to see so much just fall right in front of us. All right, this is why the businesses are closing their doors, and I'm being redundant about this. All right, you're going to see everything, just a shift of everything in the next couple months. Remember when we talked about how when we infected the virus, I said we infected the virus. I said now watch in the next few days what happens after this virus has been infected. And you saw all kind of chaotic stuff just happen. Businesses and all kind of other things that's happening. Now this virus is infected. That virus is based upon electromagnetic energy. That's the basis. These beings only know electromagnetism. All right? They don't know anything else. Their bullets, their guns, their devices, everything that they built is based upon electromagnetic energy. So when you start going into photon energy, why? They can't do it because it's too high for them. Now we're also going into a radioactive stage also, because the radiation level on the planet is going to become increasingly high. It's going to be thick in radiation, and these organ beings are going to be urgent. They're going to try to urge everybody to stay in the house. All right, but this is our time to get out of the house. We got to get out of the house so we can breathe in this radioactive energy, so it can help our bodies shift into a higher form of being. And that's another thing that they brought up on the video. They said, oh yeah, you're gonna have you breathe in this mist or whatever, and you're gonna have 20/20 vision, and you're gonna have this. And he says it's not to mean that you're gonna turn to Superman or anything. Why do you have to bring Superman up in that? Why did he have to bring Superman up in that? Because they know what's going to happen with us. So they're trying to find an exit way, because they do not want war with us. They do not want us to come to them, because why? We are literally going to give payback. And payback is a bitch, I swear. It sure is. Karma is, man. So like I say, our people don't understand the magnitude of the apocalypse. It's the uncovering of a new energy. It's the revelation of a new power, of a new planet, a new solar system, a new galaxy, a new universe, a brand new cosmos. Remember, everything in the cosmos literally goes forward. There's no point of time where the cosmos literally just goes into a circle and just does this over and over again. It doesn't happen like that. It doesn't happen. Mother Cosmos literally is on a wavelength, all right? And Mother Cosmos and the universes move on a straight path, all right? And as it's going on a straight path, you got new energies, new life, new everything. I mean, energies unknown. There's so much ahead of us that we don't know right now. And it's constantly growing. It's constantly moving. And it's non-stop. It's non-stop. It never stops. And it's constantly going. So that's how the cosmos is. There's no way that everything keeps moving in the same circle over and 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 over again. That's the lie that they told us. They needed us to follow this lie so that we won't know about the coming shift. So that we won't be prepared for it. All right? Understand. Like I say, how people don't understand the magnitude of the shift. There's going to be beings, there's going to be all types of beings on our planet who are not supposed to be here. They're going to be laying dead in the street. They're going to be laying dead. Some of them are going to be throwing up blood. Some of them, it's going to be blisters that's going to just pop open and their blood come out. Their organs are going to be bursting everywhere. It's going to be chaotic. It's going to be destructive. It's going to be something unheard of. Now, you have in the northern part of the planet, Russia, Siberia, northern Canada, the Arctic Circle. What's going up out there? You got these massive holes just opening up everywhere. Massive holes just opening up everywhere. They don't want to talk about that. They don't want to talk about that in northern Canada. All these massive holes. They talk about Russia, but not northern Canada, because everything's going to move down. There's new energy that's coming. So these massive holes, what's coming out of these massive holes? Well, that's soon to be revealed. But just know that they who comes out of these holes will literally be those who help to reshape their entire planetary structure. All right? So we're coming into a new age. And these orc beings are trying to figure out what's going on. We don't know this and we don't know that. We don't know that. We know what happened then. We really don't know what's happening now. So we're going to guess. And let's just hope that somebody does a video so we have a better understanding of what's going to happen. All right? This is the apocalypse, my people. It's literally a shifting of energy. Everything is going to shift. Everything is moving. So one thing this orc being did say on the video, he says every time this year, he said they kept the system and keeping everybody busy so that we wouldn't see the shifting of energy. And we notice that it kept getting warmer and it gets warmer and getting warmer and getting warmer. And why was it getting warmer? Because none of us really knew at the time that we were going through dimensional gateways. We were going through, literally going through colossal gateways and going through energy cycles. And we're right now we're in the Saka celestial energy gateway, and we get ready to go through a massive energy cycle. This massive energy cycle is just like this glowing red energy. This glowing red energy that we're going to be going through, and then we're going to go through a glowing purple energy. All right, we're going to go through these glowing energies, through these energy cycles in the Saka Celestial Gateway as we approach the Twin Towers. So you got to understand, like we say, the Twin Towers, what are they doing? The Twin Towers are literally pouring in massive amounts of photon energy, plasma energy, radon energy all over the planet. And when we say this a quadruple energy, it's 4 different levels of plasma energy that these 2 colossal beings hold. All right, the brother is putting out feminine energy, and the sister is pulling out masculine energy. You see what's going on. You're saying, well, you think the brother will put out masculine and the sister will put out feminine. No, because they are dual energy beings. You still have masculine and feminine. All right. So photon being the masculine energy and plasma being the feminine energy. You see this, my people. And radon being the neutral energy. All right. But then there's going to be a fourth one, which is the orgone. The orgone is going to be the master energy of all of it. All right. So it's no longer going to be the trinity. We're talking about a quadruple energy. See, everything changes. Nothing stays the same. Everything changes, and then when we go through this new gateway, it's literally, when we go through this new gateway, it's gonna skip the 5 energies. It's gonna go straight up to 6 different energies. All right. So understand that this apocalypse is literally not being talked about, and everybody's talking lightly about it. This is going to be a shifting of everything, which means your mindset is literally going to shift. You're going to have to literally and shift your energies, your powers, shift you, and you're going to gain powers. You're going to gain energies. All right. So why everybody's talking about Biden and Trump? Watch very soon. Biden's going to be the next one to say, oh, I got COVID-19. We can't have an election. Come on now. Because why? They're scared of this energy. The closer we get to this calendar December, the closer we get to this energy. All right? We just using, like we say, we using their calendars as mile markers. But as soon as their calendar season is over, we're going to have different mile markers on the planet, because we had mile markers all over the planet. We had the pyramids. We had the Olmec heads. We had the totem poles. These are different. These are just with different mile markers that we put on the planet to let us know this was a different stage that we're going into, a different level of energy that we're going to. We had all these on the planet. And these orc beings destroyed, and they destroyed them because they didn't want us to look back on them and remember them. All right. They said, we don't want none of their memory to come back, so we're going to destroy this and destroy this and destroy this. Because we're going to be the rulers of the land, but you're superior, but you can't take the sun. Motherfuckers. So, just understand, my people, that we're moving into a whole new level of energy, a whole new level of power, and we talk about the apocalypse, we're talking about the falling of everything around us, and like I said before, it's going to affect all of us. Eventually, it's going to affect all of us, but then we, the original people, we're going to be built up. And this photon energy that's coming down, this plasma energy is coming down. It's coming down in waves for us also. That's the Great Awakening. All right, that's the Great Awakening. That's that power. But then when it comes to the great cosmic flash, it's like everything is just going to shift, and the entire planet is going to shake. And we're looking at some of the most powerful energies ever known in the history of the cosmos to touch the original people. Yes, the original people. So understand the magnitude. All right? Because, like I said, it's going to be far greater than what people can imagine. All right? So all these, like I said before, all these ley lines, which are electromagnetic energies, the magnetism was gone. It's being replaced by plasma energy. Right? Magnetism is feminine energy. Plasma energy is feminine energy. The electricity is going to be replaced with photon energy, which means that we're going to have a totally different way of living. All right? All this other stuff, like I said, it's about to be done away with. Okay? Completely. And we're seeing it falling every day. I'm watching the business report and say, yeah, 25,000 more businesses have announced their closure before December 25th. Because they already know what's going on. The billionaires are watching the stars, while the millionaires and below are trying to hold on to the little money they got instead of doing what the billionaires are doing. I'm watching the stars. I'm watching the cosmos. I'm in tune. Get in tune, my people. All right? And as usual, All power to the multi-chakra, celestial angelic beings. May chaos reign with you forever and ever and ever. All right? Power to you all.